आनंद रंगनाथन, वो जो आजकल एक मुहावरा बन गया है, आएगा तो मोदी ही, जिससे पूछो वो कहता है, या तो कहता है अब की बार 400 पार, 400 पार नहीं कहता तो कहता है नंबर छोड़ो यार, आएगा तो मोदी ही. Do you believe then the corollary or the conclusion from what Yashwant Deshmukh has said is आएगा तो मोदी?
Yes, good evening Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists, and especially to Yashwant ji. I do agree with what he says and what the public sentiment is. The slight disagreement out here is that the data shows quite the opposite trend, that people have been provided facilities, the inflation is down, the unemployment is down, and I'm going to just tell you a couple of things. So they're not saying aayega to Modi just because of emotional reasons. That is the difference that I have with what Yashwant ji has said. I want to make two brief points. Navika, you know very well there is a urban Naxal propaganda left-wing website that hates you, that called your studio as toxic studio, that calls you Godi media, that says you are this, you are that. All what you've talked about is facts about the phase 1 and to phase 5 and phase 6 numbers. This is a tweet by one of those people who loves that propaganda website. And since yesterday, that propaganda website has been saying that in this election, there are 20 crore less voters than they were in 2019, which is a blatant lie. This lie has been propagated. I want to ask through Gaurav ji, they have a PI, government has a fact check concern. What is it doing when it is misinforming Indian voters that for the last 48 hours, the misinformation is being spread that 20 crore less voters have voted in this election than 2019. So these things carry on. There is nobody to check this fake news.
No, I think the Election Commission has checked and it's put out the absolute numbers. That was becoming such a big secret operation. But Gaurav Bhatia, 20 crore people less. I think that controversy has been put to rest, Anand Ranganathan, after the absolute numbers have been put out.
No, it hasn't been, because the site still has that propaganda thing, and it is saying that the people who voted now 11 crore in phase 1 is less than 9 crore in phase 1 in 2019.
Gaurav Bhatia, please respond.
Navika, I didn't get 30 seconds. I wanted to make an important point.
Okay, make your point and then I'll get in.
Thank you. The second important point was that, Navika, you have about 8 panelists. Please have one more panelist who will be live fact-checking the people that some of the panelists out here are saying. Inflation is up, unemployment is up. Bhai, numbers are exactly the opposite. The inflation in 2013 was 11-12%. Now it is 4.85%. Unemployment has been lowest 3.1% whole of last year. The stock market is 75,000. The Gini coefficient that measures inequality is lower. There is less of inequality now than it was 5 years, 10 years ago. What are we talking about? So please, my request is, when you have some panelists who are lapdogs of Congress, have a live fact checker.
Well, live fact checker, they'll be shot, just like we are called toxic and we are called Godi media, and all of these sites, of course, use our thumbnails, our pictures, because that's all they need to get some hits on their site. So while they abuse us, they use us week after week, dispatch after dispatch, but who cares? Good luck, business for everybody. But Gaurav Bhatia, there's a specific question asked by Anand Ranganathan to you. Would you want to respond to that?
I would like to thank Dr.
Yes, absolutely. First of all, I would like to thank Anand ji for pinpointing that certain forces in the country who blame the EVM, who do not have faith in the constitutional bodies of our country, are also trying to run a propaganda machinery. Anand bhai, the Election Commission of India has been busting these propaganda. And I must also tell you that yes, there is a fact check team that was deployed by the ministry, but best to my understanding, this team during the elections has been asked not to be, issuing any statements because it would affect the elections. You can understand it comes under the Election Commission of India. That is my understanding and knowledge. But I would still say that such facts be busted so that these people don't get any room to spread propaganda. But Navika, I must also point out one very important fact. The sincerity of Narendra Modi ji is matchless.
I would like to
and why do I say that? I say,
I would like to thank
Anand bhai,
Abhishek Banerjee,
I will
Gaurav
give
bhai.
you your time.
Gaurav bhai,
Let me just
Anand,
make
just
my
a minute. Let's not
And
speak
then
over
Navika
each
will come
other.
to
You know, he hasn't
wanted to-
yielded, as they say in Parliament. So please hold
I
on.
wanted to thank. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Gaurav bhai. I didn't. I just meant to thank Dr.
No, out
Abhishek
of
Banerjee,
respect, I
who
just
brought
want to
out this
say, Anand bhai,
fact.
let me make
Well,
my
if
point.
you
may come in
thank
after
Gaurav
that.
Bhatia
But I
tonight
think you raised a very important issue.
on my
I
show,
wanted to
then
answer.
then this will be once again called a Godi show, and I wouldn't want you also to be at the receiving end of the adjectives. But let me, you know, when we are talking about numbers, Gaurav, I will come back to you. But in phase 3, let's look at